request from His Excellency as it has to do with official need of government as a whole. So that presentation will come much later during the course of this exercise. So for today, we will start with the Ministry of Justice, Border Peace will follow, and we'll close with the Ministry of Water Resources. The ground rules are simple. We want to know what was your budgetary provision in 2017, what was the target of that budgetary provision, did we meet our targets, what was the impact, what was the percentage performance of your budget, and for 2018, what are you proposing, what are the key areas you want to spend, and what will be the value of the expenditure. We want also to know your cash flow. You know, where do you expect to fund your budget from? Is it from receipt from Federation account, or are you raising funds from within? Presentation will go on for a period of 30 minutes. We'll have 30 minutes for contribution from the audience, both those within here and those outside here. We expect that the commissioners are CEOs of their ministry, and they should have full control of what is going on. So we'll expect, if you have different units within your MDA, we expect that you as a commissioner should have a holistic overview of what you're telling us. From our past experiences in the last 2 days, we have seen situations where some expenditures or where funds were expended were not captured in the document we received on this table. So we'd want you to ensure that all you are showing us is complete and coherent. So on that note, we want to welcome you to today's presentation. On behalf of the committee, I want to express our thankfulness for those of you who have been able to make it today. On that note, I invite you Monday also to usher in the first group to speak to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. I think Prof deserves a round of applause. Thank you very much, Prof. Mr. Chairman, before we start, I want to advertise the phone number 08024083108, 08024083108. This is for the benefit of our audience outside here. May I at this point very humbly invite the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Cletus Ofoke, to please come forward for his presentation. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, Monday also.
Nobody is allowed to leave. Come back, please. Nobody is allowed to go. Everybody is to remain back until we finish. Turn back, please.
The chairman of this committee and the chief scribe of Ebonyi State Government, Professor Ben Odo, members of the Budget Coordinating Committee, members of the State Executive Council here present, principal members of the Ministry of Justice, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm here as the Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state to make a budget presentation for our ministry, the Ministry of Justice. Before I go on, let me first and foremost appreciate His Excellency for making it possible and for approving that this platform be created to enable Ebonyans, non-Ebonyans.
Commissioner, we don't have a copy of your presentation. We have no document before us.
Mr. Chairman, I submitted. Mr. Chairman, I submitted.
Who did you submit to?
To the Office of the Chief of Staff, Mr. Chairman.
Chief of Staff?
Sorry, Deputy Chief of Staff.
Prof, can you get copies for them?
Mr. Chairman, I can go on.
Yes, you can go on.
Thank you. So that has been done, and let me start from the 2017 appraisal of our budget. In 2017, for our capital expenditure, we budgeted a total sum of 37,427,000 naira. But before then, let me place on record, ladies and gentlemen, that our ministry is more or less service-oriented. And as such, you may not be hearing me mention construction of bridges, flyovers, and all that. So we render legal services to Ebonyi State government. We go to court to defend government in all the matters that the Ebonyi State government has. Basically, to ensure that government does whatever it has to do in accordance with the rule of law. That is basically the function of our ministry. So, as such, our capital budget may not be as much. So, but for 2017, we had 37,427,000 naira, and we have not assessed any. For 2018, we have made a proposal. We proposed the sum of 108,810,000 naira. 108,810,000 naira as our capital budget estimate. Mr. Chairman, I don't know whether, yes. Yes, so out of this 108,810,000, if approved and utilized as planned, we intend to carry out some projects that will better the performance of the Ministry of Justice. If you look at pages 2 and 3 of the proposal, you will look at the items we have there, such as to make sure that we streamline the laws of Ebonyi State. We collate them and ensure that they are properly documented. And one of the areas we intend to embark on in this 2018 through the budget is the area of collation of landmark judgments of our various courts, which of course include the Superior Court of Records in Nigeria, because we have cases both at the Appeal Court and at the Supreme Court. So if we collect the judgments of those superior courts, they will help the law officers in the ministry to be more acquainted with the current trend in our laws, because Supreme Court and Court of Appeal are the highest courts. Their decisions bind other courts. So if we collect the judgments, landmark judgments of these courts, it will go a long way in helping us in ensuring that we carry out the duties bestowed on our ministry. So in that direction too, we have also mapped out plans to encourage lawyers and other staff of the ministry to embark on training. We intend to engage them, to train them more, so that by the time they are fully trained, they will be better positioned to perform optimally. Then we also intend to procure some equipment like a photocopying machine, because some documents of government which we handle do not require that we go outside our ministry to type or photocopy them. So in that direction, we intend to procure more machines like photocopy machine, computers, so that whatever we do in the ministry, whatever we carry out, must be done within the ministry to avoid exposing sensitive documents of government outside the ministry. So these are part of the proposals Then, of course, very, very important, some of our law officers are posted outside Ebonyi State, outside Abakaliki Judicial Division. So in our proposal, we have stated that if we are giving the fund in the capital budget proposal, we will construct houses for our law officers posted outside Abakaliki Judicial Division, such as Yikwo, Onueke, and Ezango, then Iboko. These are places our law officers go to court. Like Ohozra, there are very five places. Ifo also is also part of the places we intend to construct houses for our law officers. So it forms major part of the budget proposal, which we intend to carry out. Then, Mr. Chairman, we also intend that through the budget, we can buy law books, procure law books and law reports, so that if you go to our library, you will feel at ease, you will relax, make research. This will help our law officers to really be abreast with the current trends in law, so that they will not be going outside the ministry to look for where to get law reports and textbooks. So these are what we intend to do in a 2018 budget proposal. And our plea here is that government should help us to really carry out these projects, which are beneficial to our people and to the government, by approving and releasing the budget proposal the way we have outlined them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we'll throw the floor open for contributions. We'll give you a seat here so that you can take the questions.
The floor is open. If you have any contribution, please indicate.
Yeah, but just a comment from here before we take the external comments. We have seen your project, and it's pretty straightforward the way we want it, except that there are some expenditures made within the 2017 fiscal year, and funds were released. Those funds not reflected here. Maybe because you just assumed office, you may not have been aware of that. So we'd want you to check your record. For instance, procurement of phone number, sets of computers, printers, UPS. You can check your account section. I remember there was a time fund was released for this, so you have to check. Then the important projects, which are key programs that we want to pursue as government, which we think you have not captured. One is prison decongestion. It's a major project, so you have to give us a plan of how to decongest our prisons, and it should be captured in your capital project, because it's something that must be pursued vigorously. In fact, it's a key mandate to you when you assumed office. Then there is a state law review committee. I don't know where they are now. We need also to, have an idea from your budget for 2018, what you are doing in that regard. We are also aware that most of the laws passed by our House of Assembly are not available in the public domain, especially in our offices. At least all the laws are passed within the last 2 years. Most of our MDs, they don't have copies. So we want to see our action plan and what you intend to do in that direction. So if you're able to integrate this into your 2018 project and budget, it will make more impact for you as a ministry. So on that note, we welcome comments from audience. Thank you.
Comments, please. And we also have 080240-83108, 080240-3 080240831108. Comments, please. Either from the ministry or from outside. Mr. Chairman, no comment. Okay, please come forward, sir. You tell us your name, then your comment. Hello? Hello? Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juan Richard, the TA to the Governor on Education. I want to appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Justice for your wonderful presentation. And my question is, number one, how do you intend to ensure that the budget of the 2018 will cover the areas of an average Ebonyian to obtain justice, especially the area of the fact that people say that the court is the hope of a common man. And now when some people have challenges that intend going to court, now paying for lawyers and other things. So how do you intend to ensure that the average Ebonyian can obtain justice, especially when it involves money? Thank you very much.
Just to guide us, what we're doing here is budget presentation. So if you have issues that has to do with procedural matters and how they deal with the issues, I think that can go to him in a private moment. We're looking at the budget of the ministry. We want to see if Ebonyi State Government is going to commit X amount of money to Ministry of Justice. What value will that give to our people? And if there are things we have not captured or the areas we think we need to, include in this, these are the kind of contributions we expect members of the public to give us. If there are elements in this budget that are not necessary, you also make contributions in those directions. So let us just, limit ourselves within the context of what we are doing, which is budget. We are presenting our proposed budget to the public for their input. That's why we are here. Just for the guide, please.
Okay, more comments? Okay. Hag.
Well, Mr. Nwari, thank you very much. Let me state here clearly that government does not make provision for people to, for instance, make available funds for people to go and litigate. Rather, when you have cases that are capital in nature, of course, that attracts death penalty upon conviction, and you don't have a lawyer, government can arrange a lawyer from the ministry or even from the legal aids to defend. But government does not map out money for people who intend to embark on litigation. It is not done anywhere in the world. But when you are handicapped, you can still meet the welfare department through Father Nwale and even Minister of Women Affairs. They can attend to it, but generally we don't make provision for that. It is outside the scope of the budget for any government or its agency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We need more comment from the public. Okay.
Okay, as a commenter?
Yes.
Okay. You are from the ministry?
Yeah, from ministry.
Okay, part of what you address, we are aware that most of the government projects in the state go through Ministry of Justice. You haven't told us anything about how you raise fund, because what is about receipt and expenditure. So are there expectations within your ministry to fund this budget, or is it from receipt from federation account?
Well,
So
like
we want to, hear that also.
yes, like the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice has stated, we have provisions whereby we make some money for the government, and they are quite highlighted in the revenue on the recurrent expenditure of the budget. If you look at the page 27 of the recurrent budget, yes, you see the provision for year 2017, the expected revenue.
Page 27.
Yeah, page 27.
Expected revenue.
Of the recurrent expenditure, sorry.
Except the one I have is not the one you have. This is 28.
Basically the very last page, sir. Yes, sir.
The one I have is showing the overhead cost.
Sorry. This.
The last page 28, not the 7.
Presentation of the implementation of the 2017 budget by the State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state.
Okay, this is 28 on my own. Go on and speak. Go on.
This is the day 3 of the program at the International Conference Center, Abakaliki.
You are referring to where I'm
And already
Yes.
we have had reactions from members of the public on the performance of the ministry in the year under review. We also have the State Commissioner for Border, Peace and Conflict Resolution in attendance and ready to make his presentation.
A revenue of 1.
We also have the State Commissioner for Water Resources. She's also here in attendance to also make her presentation, the appraisal of the 2017 budget implementation,
2017.
and also give us insights into the 2018 budget estimate by their various ministries. It was a similar scenario yesterday here. We had the State Commissioner for Land Survey and Housing. We had the State Commissioner for Solid Minerals Development. He was also here.
Okay, go on and make your comments.
So what we are saying in essence is that the ministry also generates revenue for the government. The only difference is that we always have shortfalls. That is why in 2018 projection, we reduce our expected revenue to 4.1 million naira. Yes, sir. And we strongly believe that if our capital projects are properly funded, the ministry will be better positioned to make more revenue for the government. Yes, sir. For instance, if we are enabled to publish laws of Ebonyi State and sell them off to the public, we generate revenue.
But what's in your budget now?
It's in our budget. It's in the capital budget for the year.
Did you see that then?
Check page 2 and 3 of our capital budget proposal.
Yeah, page 2. What you have is
and what we have is cost of Ebonyi State.
selected. We don't know what.
Yes, that is, and the next paragraph is landmark judgment. That's publications of landmark judgments of courts of Ebonyi State.
I don't know. Are you making a comment? Or are you representing this? Because
I'm not representing it. I'm only lending to the fact that if our capital budget is properly funded,
it depends on your ability to make a compelling case. Because if you, like what you have here is you are proposing 4 million for 2018.
Our expected revenue for 2018.
I'm coming now. Between 2015 and now, I think about 28 laws or thereabouts have been passed. So if you're going to do that publication and we have an idea of how you generate the revenue, you can access the money. But if you are asked us to give you money to publish law and we don't know how to, because accessing this fund is a function of how much case you can make from your ministry. The commissioner is here, you know. So it all depends on you. That's the point I'm making. It all depends on you. If you're able to make a compelling case, then you can have this.
That is why we are saying that if our capital projects are well funded, like for instance, if we are giving money to publish those law reports.
And I'm telling you that getting money is a function of the person who is making the request. So your commissioner has work to do, because he has to explain and make a compelling case why that is important in terms of raising money. So I'm sure he has helped me. So
why not that, sir?
Exactly. So it's not, the amount here is not even it's not a small amount of money. So it depends on the ministry to make case for this, you know. Okay.
There is something I didn't see in your source of income. I know that sometimes the court will give judgment and say you either go to prison or you pay a fine. Now that fine is supposed to be paid into the state IGR consolidated account. Is it not source of income?
That is one of the sources of income, but don't forget that the cost belongs to the judicial arm of government.
Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't come to the ministry?
It doesn't come to the ministry, but it is paid into the central account of the state. Yes.
Thank you, my friend. Sorry, one more question, please. Sorry. This recurrent document, okay? Go to page 28. That's the last page. Are you there?
Yes.
Now, bottom of that table up, you will see summary of 2018 budget submission for estimated recurrent revenue. Now, the table there, you have fees, 17,400,000 naira, right?
Yes.
Is that what you got for 2017?
Sorry, that is an error. It's corrected to fees for 6.5 million naira. Yes, sir.
We just speak based on what is presented, and if you keep giving us documents that are containing some errors, it becomes a problem, and then the whole figures wouldn't marry each other. Now, if you go down still, you will see sales. For 2017, you have 2.64. And your projections for 2018 we have 1.62. Am I right?
You're in order. But what I'm saying here and now.
So we would like you to please readjust these figures to correspond to exactly what you would like to government to have.
Okay.
So that, because this document, as far as I'm concerned now, is very, very misleading. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Further to that, if you see the number of items in your upper table, you have more sources of income. And when you come to summarize, you give us only 2 sources, fees and sales. And there's a lot of conflicting figures between the upper and the lower. So I think this table has to be harmonized so that you get, this is budget, so that you not mislead the committee, because it's becoming difficult for us to make meaning out of this last page of your budget estimate.
Okay, thank you, Ministry of Justice. I'm sure you noted our point. We just want to help you improve on your documents so that we can move forward. The next ministry is Ministry of Border Peace. Border Peace?
That was the presentation by the State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state. Like I did say, my colleague Onyebushi Igbo is here to also, in case you can't get us loud and clear, but can still understand the English language.
This wonderful committee of budget presentation. The members of ESCO here present, the STS and TS, the students' body, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, I'm here to present the 2018 budget for the Ministry of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution, and to give the appraisal of how far we've assessed the amount budgeted for 2017, which is still ongoing. Mr. Chairman, in 2017 budget that have been passed at the House of Assembly, it was budgeted 50 million naira. And so far, Mr. Chairman, we've assessed 2 million naira, leaving a balance of 4.8 million naira yet to be assessed. And by the grace of God, before the year runs an end, and full with the kind of governor we have, the ministry may be graciously getting that, sir. Then coming to 2018, why our budget is seems to be the smallest, probably followed by judiciary, is because our ministry is service-oriented. We don't have a bogus capital project like roads and housing. Rather, we deal with how to make people live peacefully. Our work to mediate, receive complaint, deal with the matter, and make sure that in all space of Ebonyi, there is peace everywhere. And that is why our budget is not too much. And Mr. Chairman, we have a proposal of 88,430,000 naira, which by the grace of God, if the House of Assembly can do justice to it and get it passed, that will go a long way to cementing the peace that is already existing in Ebonyi State. Because our governor is the man of peace. And the breakdown of this budget, the area this 88.4 million naira will cover as follows. On the area of mobility, Mr. Chairman, of course, we know our work is a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. And that is to say, in the Ministry of Solid Border Peace and Conflict Resolution, some areas we deal in the office, another one in the field.
Commissioner.
We move around.
Commissioner.
Sir.
We want to help you. Your document is just 2 pages.
Yes.
We have looked through it.
Yes.
So let us discuss the document.
That's what I'm discussing.
Right away.
That's what I'm discussing.
Wait now. We have comments on the document. We want to ask you some.
Let me finish up, then you ask questions.
No, we have seen it now. We have seen the document.
No, yeah, because Mr. Chairman, let me finish the document the way I presented it. Then you cannot, from there you ask me questions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that is the procedure, sir. You can't ask me a question when I have not presented the budget. I talked about the vehicle, and I'm saying that the ministry needs vehicle, and that's why it's here. Then 2, computers and other things that will record the proceedings of the ministry. And it's here well articulated for the House of Assembly to pass it as a budget. Then 3, Ebonyi is declared every 5th of September as a peace day that need to be celebrated. And it's here well articulated, and it needs to be celebrated so that peace will reign in Ebonyi State. So, 2, we have we intend to go into various communities and local government for peace, and that sensitization. The amount is allocated to this is here. So I'm giving you the items why the thing is 88,430,000 naira. So I've not gone out of what I penciled down, Mr. Chairman, sir. So that is what the ministry is projecting and requesting, that from this committee they can transmit that to the House of Assembly for the passage. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You can ask me a question now.
Commissioner, thank you very much. Yes, we already went through the document even before you finished your presentation. We don't have any quarrel with the items you want to implement.
That's good.
Our issues have to do with the amount of money you are seeking for. Like you said, purchase of utility bus, 18 million. We don't know what kind of bus is this. Is this 1? Is this 2? We don't know. You said purchase of Helios vehicles. You wrote 30 million. We don't know whether it is 1 bus or
it's 2. It's written there 2.
It's not here now. Pay attention to us. It's not an emotional exercise. Unless you give us a different thing. Let's pay attention and note our comment. Number 3, you said purchase of other office equipment, 2 million. We don't know which one is other equipment. If there are equipment you need, we should know what that order means. Specify them. Let us know what it is. So is this one different from the list below? You have purchase of editing machine. Which one is editing machine? We don't know what is it for. What are you editing?
Yeah,
we don't know what that is.
You know, every matter in the ministry. I'm answering, sir.
Go ahead. I'm paying attention.
Every matter in the ministry.
Yes.
We must video it, and after that, we now go to the machine in order not to go to the public and edit whatever we.
Yeah, if it is video editing machine, say video editing machine, because he just said purchase of editing machine, so it's confusing. If it is video, put it the video editing, so that we will know the kind of.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you for guiding me, Mr.
Then
Chairman.
number 5, purchase of Canon photo machine.
Yeah.
3 million. I don't know. I'm not a photographer, but you need to check again. Let's be sure that is what you mean by. So you have to check.
The area of the price or the area of the.
We don't know whether this 3 million is for 1 or for 2 or for 10 or for 20. So you have to indicate.
Okay.
You have a purchase of DVD recorder, 2 million. We don't know. DVD recorder, Canon photo machine. So reconcile the things you have listed there and let us know what number are you seeking to procure.
Okay.
And the models. Then purchase of 1 digital video player, 1 million. Again, it's not clear. So I suggest you need to go back. Photocopy machine, 2 million. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Are you following our comments?
I'm following.
Yes. Provision of installation of PCB board, 500,000. This PCB board, we don't know, is for, I don't know.
Yeah, let me.
Is it to go and install the one you have produced? Or to produce?
To produce.
How many are you producing?
Well, presently we have even done 13 that
so
went around the local government.
So you should state it now. Let us know how many you are producing so that if you produce, you have to install.
Yeah.
Then you said the purchase of motorbike, 250,000. Is it 1 year?
One.
Only 1?
Yes.
You have to indicate,
Because if we have any matter.
Just indicate, no problem.
Okay.
Provision and installation of 13 piece billboards. This piece billboard now, this 13, and the one up, what is the difference?
Number what?
9 and 11, what's the difference? 9 is provision of installation of piece billboard. 11 is provision and installation of 13 piece billboard. So what is the difference? So you have to remove 1.
Okay.
Reconcile. Let us know what the difference are, so that we know which one you are.
I get you right.
Okay. Then the other item again is you have a flex production for peace enlightenment to traditional rulers and town union executives across the various communities in Ebonyi State.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many communities you are budgeting 8.2 million. At the same time, at the community level and local government level, I don't know how we get in there because the local government people are there and they have their own line of budget. So I don't know how we fit into that. So reconcile and see how that happens.
Can I make a comment on that line?
Okay.
Can I make a comment on that line?
Okay, go ahead.
This peace process needs grassroots, and we intend to have sensitization. And this rolling flags, we intend to have them in all the palaces of the traditional rulers. This will go a long way to assist.
Just to guide you, before you continue, to guide you, continue. If you look at 12II and 12III, you have flex production for peace enlightenment to traditional rulers.
That's the one.
Then you have peace talk, sensitization program across the various local government areas and development centers of Ebonyi State.
Yeah, that one will be organized local government by local government. We visit there. It's a kind of rally where you talk to them about the need for peace.
is different from the flex.
Okay.
That's the normal rally.
Maybe you will need to rephrase the expression so that we can get it clearly.
Okay.
Then annual celebration of Ebonyi Peace Day every 5th September.
Yes.
10 million. Yes. Well, when we go through it.
I know this year it was celebrated at Ishelu.
Okay. But we don't have problem with the event. Event is okay, but we're looking at.
No, we can change the event because this is a state matter. This year it has been celebrated at Ishelu.
You're not paying attention. We said the event is good.
Okay.
We are looking at 10 million for the event.
Okay.
You know,
no,
so
it's a proposal, sir.
Okay, so we will.
It's a proposal. You can add, you can reduce.
We will review it. Okay.
Okay.
What is that? The floor can be open now, so we'll get comments.
Please, comments from the floor. As we also expect calls from 08024083108, 08024083108. Comment please from the floor.
To ask questions, which will be
any comment from the floor
attended to by the State Commissioner for Border Peace and Conflict Resolution.
On the presentation by the Honorable Commissioner for Border Peace and Conflict Resolution.
The questions will be...
Mr. Chairman, so far no comment.
As they concerns the ministry...
The line open? Full?
The line is open.
Okay. So people are not interested in border peace. Okay. If there are no comments. Huh?
And
in absence of any comment, can we go to Minister?
Okay, we have one comment.
Okay.
Please come over.
Beginning to come from members of the public, where they are having issues on the implementation of the 2017 budgets of the State Ministry of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution.
Mr. Chairman, the SSG of Ebonyi State, and other members of the committee, distinguished audience, Honorable Commissioner. My name is Honor Davidson from University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. Honorable Commissioner, you know, the essence of this public presentation of budget is not just to make a proposal for 2018 fiscal year, but also to give an appraisal of 2017 fiscal year. And of course, you stated that you were able to assess some amount of money from your budget proposal for 2017. But you did not tell us what you did. You said you assessed some money, but you didn't go into details about how you were able to utilize the much that you were able to get. And again, I don't want to overflow the issue that the chairman and of course the SSG of Ebonyi State has stated that the proposal looks ambiguous actually. When you stated that you need something like it's something million, and the figures are not in tandem with realities. But having stated that, at least I want to know how much you were able to achieve with the little you collected from the state government. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Commissioner, please, you may wish to react to that issue. Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Who is in the line? Okay, Raymond, please go ahead with your contribution.
I'm calling from
Okay, go ahead, sir.
What?
Go ahead, we are hearing you.
Okay, I'm watching a program, my team of people, and that's what the Commissioner presented as his proposal for. I have an issue to make, sir.
Go ahead.
I would wish that what we talked about the local government issue that should between people at the local level. I would like to do that. Well, it is very good, alright. But I should read that I should be kept. Whether or not you manage it, because after all this thing they have seen, they will come to invest the money. Because I don't need to information brings to that to benefit us. We are not in the rural area. At last come to failure. So we need that you people to manage something very well. But we need to consider which you feel like to reach the government level, then the grassroots, the movement so that should be done appropriately. So that people should get more guided about this revolution. That's my suggestion, sir.
Thank you very much, Raymond, for your suggestion. Honorable Commissioner, please. Okay.
Well, Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me another wonderful and a very conducive opportunity. For my brother that asked the question, well, there's a difference between giving a scorecard where you come and tell the audience your achievement so far. But this one is budget presentation. Then you give in a snappy nature what you were able to assess, which I have done judiciously. And of course, you know, border peace and security are interwoven. And in security, it's not advisable to stand in public and say what you spend and what you are able to do. So, the money approved for us, we assessed it, have done justice to it, and the Ebonyans are feeling it. That was why during Mr. President visit, where PDP and other mushroom political parties gathered together, nothing happened, nobody was molested, nobody was harassed because of what the border peace and conflict resolution is doing. Our self-satisfaction for peace. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we'll be on the air asking people to phone us, ask questions, what is bothering you in your area, on the area of peace, because we want Ebonyi to be very peaceful, because an ambassador of peace is on top, and he has laid a very solid foundation for the sustenance of this peace. So my brother, we have our record, we can show you. Still on that line, I can't even stand here and quote you the amount that have been spent on this Ezula, and there is Ezula Bura. A lot of money have been spent on that area. Even road construction involved. Peace tree planted there is for me and you and other people at home, even those at the diaspora that are Ebonyans. So a lot of things have been achieved in the area of peace in Ebonyi state. Thank God that all of us are here gathered. Let's carry the message. Let everybody embrace this peace. This will go a long way to encourage our common transformer, the talk and do governor, to do more. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Please, we can't get you clearly. Please, can you increase your voice? Okay.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wally Emmanuel Edikachi. Fundamental greetings to the panelists. And I want to say my profound appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, for the peace we are enjoying in our dear state today. My name is Wale Emmanuel Edikachi. I am the President National Association of State Students worldwide. My compliment as well goes to the executive or our Able Commissioner for Border Peace and Conflict Resolution. Sir, I appreciate your effort in trying to bring peace and calmness in our own dear state. Sir, I know that so far so good. We've been trying to calm the troubled water between, that is the intra-conflict and the inter-conflict that have arisen in our state. For instance, we have the situation where different communities, different tribes in our own states are raising arms against themselves, and we as well have the one where our states, community in our states and other states are having issues. This we know that we have been able to calm, but in our own in planning for the budget of 2018, I have not heard the Honorable Commissioner make mention of if any of such occurrence arise. Is your ministry putting up something for the unforeseen contingencies? Let me say, when you presented a budget, you presented a budget that is having the purchase of materials, but you did not talk about relief materials for any of the victims. For instance, now war may break in any part of the state. War may break between us and other states. You did not talk about relief materials. How are we going to go about it? That is one thing I want your ministry to address. How is it not part of the budget, or is your ministry planning to do any or get any other way to do it? Because I've not heard it as part of the budget, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Honorable Commissioner. Okay. Hello? 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 Who is on the line? Okay, please go ahead, please, with your contribution.
Yeah, I want to contribute to the budget.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
Thank you, my brother. This is a very good question because we have been doing it. Recall that when a matter cropped up at Okporoja and Ogiri, His Excellency graciously approved certain amount of money which we procured relief material that was distributed to them, and Izi and Ikwo axis too, plus this and Ezolo. So that has been happening. We don't budget for unforeseen circumstance. Once it happens, we make it a kind of proposal, a memo, by which if the chief executive approves of it, then that will be procured and distributed to those people. So we don't pray for crisis, and so we can't budget for crisis that has not happened. Once it happens, then it has to be attended to. So that is why the thing did not reflect in our budget.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I think there are more hands up.
Okay. Well, let's hear from
the chairman and members of the committee, Honorable Commissioner for Border Peace and Conflict Resolution. My name is Martin Iburube, staff of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution. I want to add to what my commissioner just said. What actually happens is that
there is a parastatal, that is State Emergency Management Agency, who articulates such things. For instance, there's a crisis, the approval actually comes or goes to that agency. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, please, who is on the line?
Hello?
Who is on the line?
This is on the line.
Okay, please go ahead with your contribution.
My own question is to the Honorable Commissioner.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the work has been doing in the state. But my own question goes like this. In area of behaviour, because I hope others was in one of the areas that is supporting the Ebonyi. Behaviour that is dealing with our people in our farm. So I don't know if there's anything they are planning to do further. Thank you.
Planning to do about what? Okay. Go ahead.
Sunday Agara, Office of the SSG. Honorable Commissioner, sir.
Sorry, did we respond to the in-call now? Somebody just called. Okay, go on.
Honorable Commissioner, sir. Let me start by saying that there is a common saying that internal vigilance is the pride of a nation. I'm aware that some time ago, the staff of your ministry was exposed to danger. In fact, was attacked on their way to perform their statutory function. In the course of your presentation of the budget, I didn't hear you mention security of yourself and your staff. I want to ask Honorable Commissioner, sir, what is your plan in order to ensure that your life and that of your staff we are not endangered? How are you cooperating or liaising with law enforcement agents in order to secure yourself and your staff while on your duty? Since I didn't hear you mention security in the course of your presentation, sir.
Thank you. Before then, let's take this call. Hello?
Hello,
please, who is on the line?
okay, it's AKG Stephen of the
AKG, please go ahead with your contribution. Hello?
Yeah, you didn't mention of anything that state sector.
Like what?
When the chairman is presenting, he didn't mention of any conflict that may arise in the student area or student sector. How is his office what budget have been made for the students in case if there is any conflict that may arise in the student areas?
Okay, if there is any conflict in student areas. Okay,
something like autism now. Something like autism now. Autism is a conflict as it is being defined. I get it, sir.
Okay, we'll address it now. Honorable Commissioner.
Well, my brother, thank you. Remember, we have a recurrent and the capital budget. And in the recurrent budget, we have overhead. And this overhead takes care of what you have just mentioned. So we use overhead for the internal running of the ministry. If you wish to go with the police, from there you can give him something. So it's not something that you just come and mention and say, police. When I'm going for a matter, I will invite one police. Tomorrow I'll write another, I'll write one police. It's from the recurrent, which is overhead. So that is that. Then for the other one that did a phone call, well, do not join courtism. And if you join courtism, and if you are caught, there is a law in place. And that is why we intend to visit community or communities, and thereafter we'll start visiting universities, College of Education, on our sensitization, our drive for Ebonyians to embrace peace, both students and those who are not students, the workers. Let there be peace everywhere, because a threat of peace in a particular place is a threat of peace everywhere. So we want Ebonyians to live in peace, and that is what we are saying. The ministry, to me, if I'm not being sentimental or being something else, I should say that Ministry of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution is supposed to be the head of other ministries, because if there is no peace, Water Ministry will not be in peace and they cannot achieve anything. Worse, if there is no peace, works cannot go and start bulldozing where they are bulldozing. Even in education, if there is no peace, the Honorable Commissioner for Education will not have rest. Even if there is no peace in the cabinet office, the youngest professor cannot sit down and write. So, in all, peace is the ultimate, and peace is very critical. And that is why all of us should rise and say peace and nothing but peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello? Who is on the line? You are?
My questions are, in a way that there have been misunderstanding as a confronting the state. So my question is this: what are the Honorable Commissioner doing through his Honorable office to ensure that there will be no water outbreak of such?
Please come again with your question.
My question is this: for example, witness series of water crisis, and I want to know what the Honorable Commissioner is doing to compare further outbreak of such crisis.
Okay. Thank you very much. Honorable Commissioner, he wants to know actions you are taking to curtail increasing cases, crisis here and there.
This is budget presentation. If Mr. Chairman is still attentive, this is a budget presentation. Then on Tuesday by 8:30, you can ask questions on area bordering on peace. Then on Thursday by 8:32, you can ask questions. However, we have been shouting, talking the need for peace. And if you have anyone in your place for this guy that asks questions, you can write to us that Mr. A and Mr. B is having a quarrel or land dispute. We will invite them, mediate over it, and get the matter solved. That is what the ministry do. That is what we do every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will bring to a close the presentation of the Ministry of Border Peace. We will now invite Ministry of Water Resources led by the Commissioner to present her budget for 2018 fiscal year. You are blocking me.
Honorable Commissioner for Water Resources, Honorable Mrs. Yufemi Awale, to please come forward for our presentation. You are most welcome.
Mrs. Euphemia Nwali, should we give us a highlights of the implementation of the 2017 budget by her ministry?
The chairman of the committee,
and of course, give us a
all the committee members, the good people of Ebonyi State. I say good afternoon to you all. We are here today to tell Ebonyans what is happening in the Ministry of Water Resources, what happened to the money we budgeted last year, and what we budgeted for this year, and what we are going to do with it. Based on that, in 2017 budget, we budgeted total amount of 4,104,325,000 naira, and we assessed 516,680,000 naira. And when we assess this money, we now look at what we budgeted that money for, and we find out that we budgeted to supply water to the people of Ebonyi State, and we didn't waste any time rather than to tackle that issue by supplying water to the people of Ebonyi State with that budget. And right now, as I'm speaking, the Ministry of Water Resources is supplying water every day. Today we supplied water, and tomorrow we are going to do it again. From the money we budgeted 2017, we have reticulation, pipeline reticulation. And if you go around the town today, you will see that we are doing reticulation. And in our reticulation, we have covered many zones. We start from zone 5 and zone 7. And that zone 5 have 9 streets. We have completed that zone 5 and we commissioned zone 5. Where that zone 7, we have 16 streets in that zone 7. We have completed that zone 7 and we have commissioned it. Right now we are working on zone 2 and we have concluded that zone 2, waiting for commissioning. We are also working on zone 3 and zone 6, and that's where we are working now.
Commissioner, just to guide you, we have not asked you to give us progress report.
Yes, sir.
We have asked you to present your budget for 2018 fiscal year.
Yes, sir.
Vis-a-vis 2017 releases. What was your budget for 2017? What did you get? Percentage performance. For 2018, what are you proposing? We'll look at the items here.
Thank you, sir.
Then our people want to know these items here, are they going to be of value to Ebonyans if we put that money? These are the kind of thing we want to hear from you.
Thank you so much. I just want to summarize briefly on what we use the money for.
Yeah, you can speak to the document from page 3, then you summarize.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So based on what we receive in 2017 budget, for people to know that we really utilized what we have received. And this year, in 2018, we have budgeted 2018, we budgeted 1.6 billion. And based on this 1.6 billion, the area we are going to focus is to finish what we are doing at Ivo water scheme, because we are constructing water scheme at Ivo. When we receive this money, or if this budget of 2018 is being approved, we are going to use it to complete that project. And right now, at pump site Ezambo and CAS, if we have these 2018 budgets, we are going to work there and make sure that people living around the area that they have water. And this year's 2018 budget, if the House of Assembly approves the budget, we also make sure that we sustain what we are doing today by supplying water to the public, because from there we are going to procure chemical that we use to treat the water and also to maintain the scheme. So if they approve the budget, all those things will come to be. Again, in the area of reticulation, we have not touched all the zones because we have 14 zones. And if the House of Assembly approve this budget, we are going to continue with our reticulation so that the people of Ebonyi State, wherever they are, must have water, because that's exactly what we are doing, and we have started with that. More so, if House of Assembly approve this budget, we are going to work more on Ofrekwe water system. That's where we are receiving water, and that place we need to have a water laboratory in that place. So if we have this budget, all those things will come to be. And if our dear people approve this budget to Ministry of Water Resources, the ongoing work at Okao water project will also be completed, because when we complete that water project at Okao, people at that area like Onitsha local government, Ishelu, Ezan South, part of Afikpo North, a part of Afikpo South, or Hozra will have water from that Okao water project. So if we have this budget, we are going to complete that project. Right now, we are about to pack, or we are going to start to use the international market, and we don't have water there now. We have a proposal that if House of Assembly approved this 2018 budget, we are going to supply water to international market, so that people going there will not lack water, but they have enough water to do their business. In Ebonyi State, people know that we are producing rice, and in our rice mills now, we need water there. We have done some certain things there for us to have water by constructing water tank, and in 2 areas we have borehole that will support that water tank. But in places like a place like Oseda, that borehole will not function, we also need to supply water in those areas, so that when we produce our rice, people working there will do the pipe boiling, and people outside the state will be coming to Ebonyi State to have our rice, because that's the order of the day now. If anywhere you go, they will talk about Ebonyi rice, but we need water to do the pipe boiling. So this budget will also help us to provide water to all the rice mills in Ebonyi State. In 2018, as we budgeted, we are going to have wide water reticulation, that is going into different local governments to connect all the local governments, so that as we are supplying water, every part of Ebonyi State will have water. So if they approve this budget to us, if we are supplying water just as we did this morning, people, all the local governments will be calling and saying that they are receiving water. All depends on this budget. If you go to Equal College of Education, since we have Ofrekwe water scheme, and we are thinking about building a reservoir at a College of Education, so that it will also serve people living at around that place. If budget is being approved, that work will be done. last year's budget will have a procurement of a rig machine. I want to tell Ebonyans that we have procured that rig machine. Right now, as I'm speaking, we are training our people so that we start to drill borehole to people that needs water. It's mainly at the rural areas. And this year again, we also proposing to have at least additional wiring so that we can also supply water to all the primary schools we have in Ebonyi State, all the secondary schools we have in Ebonyi State. So, if the House of Assembly approve our 2018 budget, that will happen. In our 2018 budget, we budgeted to meter our houses. Right now we are supplying water, and our people, they are drinking our water free of charge. And in 2018, we budgeted to meter our houses, and that meter is prepaid. If you recharge if you need 5,000 naira water, you recharge 5,000 naira and you will have it. So if House of Assembly approve our budget, we are going to meter our houses with prepaid water meter. That is going to happen immediately our budget is being approved. Apart from what we have at Oferepe, since we have Ezula water scheme, we have Odabakaliki water scheme, we are building a Oka water scheme, we're also constructing at Ivo water scheme, we have water scheme at Tubru. We also deem it necessary to have a mega water laboratory, well equipped, where we will test our water to make sure that what we are supplying, that we are supplying a good water. And if this budget is being approved, I want to assure all Ebonyans that we are going to have that mega water laboratory where we can test anything concerning water in the Ebonyi State. We are also going to equip what we have now at Ezilo in terms of the water treatment, the chemical there, so that when we equip the chemical house, as you are treating water, you will see what you are treating and not just to guess if we are treating. All those things I just mentioned now depends on our budget. So if you look at what we achieved with the money we received in 2017 budget, you will know that if the House of Assembly approve this 2018 budget, we are going to do more. Not only that we have water 24 hours, but all the rural areas, all the villages, our local government, even the nearby states will come to Ebonyi State to have water. All these things just depend on the approval of 2018 budget. Thank you, good people of Ebonyi State.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
For your reactions, questions.
Thank you, Commissioner, for water resources. We have paid attention to your presentation. One is that your items of proposal are quite detailed and large number, but we have issues with your figures, very serious issues with your figures. If you can pay more attention to the figures on this document, it will help us a great deal. I will start with page 1. In 2017 budget, you sought for 325 million for Evo water scheme. You got 40 million released. In 2018, no provision, because you cancelled it. On my own, it's cancelled. It's also cancelled in your own. So which means this project will not go on in 2018. So you have to correct that. Number 2, water supply to Abe's permanent site. In 2017 budget, you sought for 32 million. You didn't get any releases. In 2018 budget, you are seeking for 20 million. So, which means there is 12 million naira drop in your proposed budget. Is it going to achieve your target? Will it achieve your target? Okay. Now, if you look at the third one there, procurement of water treatment chemicals. In 2017 budget, you sought for 65 million. You got 20. In 2018 budget, you are seeking for 80 million. We don't understand the reason for that jump. You need to look at that again. Huh? You need to look at that again. So, in water pipeline within the metropolis reticulation, in 2017, you sought for 65 million. In the same 2017, you received 67 million. So you got 2 million in excess of your proposed budget for the year. Surprisingly, in 2018, you are seeking for 80 million. So we are lost with that. You need to look at it. We need to understand why that kind of proposal. In rehabilitation and maintenance of Uburu Water Scheme, Akeze and Old Abakaliki, in 2017 budget, you sought for 975 million. You got release of 1.6 million. In 2018, you are seeking for only 50 million. Again, we are finding it difficult to understand how you intend to complete the project. Do you want to abandon the project? Because if you are seeking for 900 million in 2017 and in 2018 you want 50 million, so the project will not go on. That is the implication. In Ofurepo Water Scheme, in 2017 you sought for 325 million. You didn't get any release. Next year you are seeking for only 20 million, which means the project will not be completed. So we don't understand the mathematics there. The same thing applies to treatment plant, provision of water lab, public water supply. In 2017, you sought for 325 million. No release, you are seeking for 80 next year. Again, the number doesn't add up. Completion of ongoing treatment plant at Okaro. In 2017, your budget was 650 million. You got 380 million. You are seeking 300 million next year. So we would have spent, you would have spent 30 million in addition. Maybe inflation, I don't know. In water supply to international market, your budget for 2017 was 13 million. You are seeking for 10 million in 2018. Will this 10 million complete the task? When you didn't get anything in 2017. In the rice mills, the 3 rice mills, you sought for 17 million in 2017, 78 million. You got only 2 million. You are seeking for only 10 million next year. So in all, 12 million as against 78 million. Do you intend to complete, or are we abandoning the project? Next page. Statewide water reticulation pipeline network. In 2017 budget, your submission for approval was, or what was approved was 520 million. You didn't get any release. Again, I would request you go through your record because I know it's possible you got released this year because it's within the city. Next year, you are seeking for only 5 million. So if your budget for 2017 was 520 million and you are seeking for only 5 million next year, how would that accomplish its objective? So I have worries there. Then you look at Ikwo College of Education, 65 million for 2017 budget. For 2018, you're looking for 10 million. In Eda, yes. Eda, is it Eda or Eda? Okay, so you got 65 million approved for 2017, no release. For 2018, you're seeking for 10 million. Is this enough for this project? In the boreholes, drilling of boreholes in each community in 13 local government, you are seeking for 325 million. You got 10 million released, you are seeking for 50 million. Again, the discrepancy is wide. I don't know why this, you have to check. So, in the entire document, we have very difficult time, understanding your target and how you intend to realize this target with the budgetary proposal you have presented for this 2018 budget. So, I don't want you to hurry, I don't want to rush the response. I'd want you to go back to the office with your team and look at this in detail. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for your observation. I will just do a summary aspect of it. Like when we made mention of reticulation, the reticulation we are doing now, we contracted some out. And when you remove those ones we contracted out and minus with from what we have, that's the reason why the money is less. And the ministry is not paying for that, paying directly to the contractor, but we are doing it with SDG, and they are the ones that are paying.
No, just in budgetary provision, you have to provide the actual fund requirement.
Yes.
Now, the matching grant is coming from SDG. Mm-hmm. It will be in flow.
What we budgeted is what we use within the...
No, it's wrong. If you are doing reticulation that is worth 100 billion, and SDG is giving you 80 million, you are bringing in 20 million.
Yes.
That does not imply that you spend 20 million and complete the project. What you do is that in your definition, you will state that 80 million is coming from SDG. State government is funding 20 million. That is 100 million.
We didn't budget from where the SDG is doing.
No, understand the argument. This document will go to public domain. You have not said anything about the SDG here. Anybody who picks this document will have the crisis we're having now because things are not properly explained.
Okay,
the numbers are not adding up.
Just for example, number one. In 2017, we budgeted 320.
25 billion,
25. Yes. And that after what we budgeted in 2000, they have only assessed 14. And that place you say we cancel, we didn't cancel it, we still have 500 there, 500,000.
No, even if we accept that as 500 million, if you add 500 million to 14 million, it's already 514, which is far in excess of your provision.
Remember that the actual amount, if you look at the budget 2016, you say where we budgeted 800. And out of that 800, they have assessed 300 and...
Yes, out of the 800, they assessed 300.
They have assessed 385.
Remaining 400 and something.
Yes.
So even if you add up this, the number still does not add up.
They still have additional job.
Commissioner, the audience, I don't know whether we are together. What we are saying is that we have need to look at this document again.
Yes, sir.
And reconcile the numbers. The numbers are not adding up.
Okay, sir.
So that we get it right.
Yes, sir.
We want to improve the document. Like I said earlier on, the items you want to accomplish are quite detailed and interesting. There are things that Ebonyans would want us to achieve. But the budgetary proposals and provisions are not adding up. So let's get that right, then we'll represent.
Yes, sir.
So, do we have need for questions? Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. Thank you, the panel and the audience. My name is still Mr. Dennis Uzim. I'm a public affairs analyst, a media consultant. Well, Professor, you have issues with Madam, but I don't have issues with her. You know, as professors, you always speak Oyibo. What I know is that I've been drinking water in my house, and that's the most important thing to me, and the rest of us Ebonyans, whether figure add or doesn't add. I've been drinking water and I've been taking showers with water in my bathroom for the past 1 month, almost on daily basis. So I have a commute for Madam and our dear governor for making the impossible possible. The success in the Ministry of Water Resources is phenomenal. It's mind-blowing. It's something that we can touch and feel. Because where I'm living, I've been living there for the past 7 years. I've not had water. My landlord only told me water used to flow here. They used to use shower, but I've been experiencing it for the past 1 month, almost on daily basis. So whether they figure adds or doesn't add, me wait there for street, no concern me. So for us, our water they flow. Thank you, Honorable SSG. The only place I can add, Monday, just give me a minute. Please, Madam, you should provide a motorized unit. By motorized unit, I mean people that can be going around monitoring your bus pipes. I think you should make provision for that. There are so many bus pipes because of the jobs our governor was doing on the roads and what do they call it? They've been excavating and making a lot of bus pipes. You should have a unit, and if it's possible, open a number where people can call and report bus pipes. That's the area I think I should come in. Again, is that there was a time you said in the public media that you're having issues with people that are working, the contractors of the SDG. Please, I want you to enlighten us. Have those problems been, in fact, you said you came on public media twice to tell us you have problem with the progress of the contractors, the SDG contractors. They are not making your anticipated progress in the jobs they were handling. Have you been able to correct those anomalies? Are the contractors now, have they done or have they been able to meet your expectations and the expectations of the government? Madam, don't rest on your oars. That's my last statement. Keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, please. Who is on the line?
My name is Emmanuel from Kwasimbo, local government.
Okay, Mr. Wande, please go ahead with your contribution.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to thank the commissioner for all his work, and I'm also appealing to the commissioner to remember Kwasimbo in that water. I beg. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Commissioner. Remember Kwasimbo in water provision. Thank you. Honorable Commissioner, please, you may wish to react to the last question.
Thank you so much. For the last question, in terms of the monitoring unit, in our ministry, we have monitoring units. We have monitoring units that monitors everything we are doing, even where we are laying a pipe. And those pipe bursts, they are monitoring and reporting on daily basis. And on daily basis, we are repairing them. And it's even good that I'm here today, because start from next week, we'll start to arrest people that break our pipe. If you have your service line and you don't want to maintain your service line, we are going also to encap it or to block it, because service line is meant for the public or the owner to maintain it and not for the government. And if you look at what is happening today, all those leakages is mainly on service line. And even though we are working on it, but it is not even our responsibility, But we are doing it to make sure that we control those leakages. So those that, maybe if you don't have water or you don't have water in your house, instead of you to come and connect, you will now look for a way to break our pipe so that you can fetch water. If we get any of them, as from next week, we'll arrest them. So in terms of the pipe burst, we are trying our best to make sure that we'll repair them, and we'll have monitoring teams who are up and doing, and also report to the ministry on daily basis. And if you go to the field right now, they're repairing. And yesterday they repaired 16 locations, the major areas, and today they are doing that again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? 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 Okay, our numbers remain 08024083108. 080. Okay, please, who is on the line? Okay, Mr. Ekechi Stephen, please go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, sir. Actually, in terms of the Ministry of Water Resources, they are trying, but as it regards to extending it to rural areas, like usually now, initial local government, you feel that they are working there, they are working in Atezulo, but Kalago and Umuhale, they are usually west there. The ministry have not reached there actually. And when you get to something like North, Oshigbe and others, the ministry have not actually extended their project to that place. I don't even know if they incorporated it into their budget or it's only for the Okao, Osoreke and Abakaliki Capital Territory. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ekechi. Honorable Commissioner, he wants to know whether you have any plans to extend the water to rural areas.
Thank you so much. When I was doing my presentation, I made mention of reticulating the rural areas. And right now that we are rehabilitating Ezula Water Scheme, Odabakaliki Water Scheme, Ubru Water Scheme, when we finish those areas, rural areas within that the locality will also have water. And when we finish Ivo Water Scheme, Okao Water Scheme, local governments or the people living at those areas, they will also have water. And the good thing about the whole thing is that any treatment plant we build will not just serve one local government. Just for example, when we finish Okao Water Scheme, it's going to serve Onitsha local government. It's going to serve Ezasat local government. It's going to serve part of Ishe local government. It's going to serve Afikpo North local government, part of Afikpo South local government. It's going to serve Ohozara, part of Ohozara local government. So when we finish the treatment plant, it serves those areas. And when we finish Ivo treatment plant, it's going to serve Ivo local government. It's also going to serve part of Afikpo South local government. It will serve part of Ohozara too. And when we finish Ezula Water Scheme, when we finish the rehabilitation we are doing there now, Ezula will have water. That's the Isheli local government will have water. And then Ezanot will also have water from that place. Abakaliki local government will also have from old Abakaliki Water Scheme. Izi will have water from old Abakaliki Water Scheme. So when we articulate all we are doing, everywhere in Ebonyi State, all the local governments will have water. And when you look at the number of the cubic meter we are producing, it will serve other nearby states. So we have enough plan to accommodate all the rural dwellers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner. Any contribution? Any further? Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, members of this panel. Fellow Ebonyians, I wish to once more assure each and every one of us here that nobody will want to have any issue with any commissioner, our colleague. But rather we are here to make sure that whatever the ministries have articulated will actually meet with the yearnings of the public and also in line with the policy thrust of government. For instance, as a baseline for our discussion this afternoon, if you look at the Ministry of Ministry of Water Resources, construction of Ifo water scheme, I'm aware that a bill of quantity for this particular project had already been completed. And if that bill of quantity has a total capital outlay of 325 million naira to get that project from its inception stage to the completion stage, and the ministry has assessed approximately 15 million naira. That means they will still need about 310 million naira to get that project to its final level. That is what we are saying. And the Planning and Research Statistics Department of every ministry should please assist our honorable commissioners to articulate these figures accurately. We are not just here for the yearly ritual of budget presentation by putting figures that we will not be able to defend. Because if we approve this thing the way it is, what it means is that subsequent months in the next year will be running to the House of Assembly to request for supplementary budget, and this we don't want to do. So I want to specially appeal to the department responsible for tidying up these documents, because our commissioners are very, very busy. The documents we are having here, there is no provision for 2018 for construction of Ifo water scheme or completion of that particular project. But the document the Honorable Commissioner is having was provided with a figure there, but the one the panel was given has no figure attached to it, and that seemed to bring a kind of conflict of ideas while the Commissioner was defending the budget. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, the panelists and the members of the audience. I don't know, do we still have more comments? Or can we bring this to a close? Okay, in the absence of any further comment, we wish to again most sincerely thank all of us for our patience, contribution, and devotion to this assignment. We will both go for break, and after the break we'll close for today. We have lunch now. Are they ready, the lunch people? Okay, they are ready. So we are very grateful. Today's turnout is larger than yesterday and the first day. So we encourage all of us to show this level of interest in tomorrow's presentation. It's been very rewarding. What we are doing here is to improve ourselves, and I believe we have noted all our comments. So thank you very much once again for your participation. Tomorrow we reconvene again at 11 a.m. to take some more presentation from some ministries. So thank you and God bless you. If we pray, yes, is what the comments Deputy Chief of Staff is important. Those who have not presented, it's important you attend this program, because you need to know what others are doing so you can improve yourself. It's an opportunity for learning. It's opportunity for learning. You know, so we have information, we have works, we have youth and sports, we have culture and tourism, health, environment, and local government. These ministries that have not presented, you know, should attend the one of tomorrow to, you know, note some important comment and observation that will help them improve theirs. Okay, so for all the MDAs that did today, yesterday, and the first day, please make the final correction and give us copies of the correction so that we can build our submissions for council. So thank you very much. If you have issues on how to put it together, see SSA, House of Assembly Matters, Sonny Gwocha, to guide you. Thank you and God bless you. You have any other?
Thank you very much. The Secretary to Ebonyi State Government, Professor Bernard Odo.
His Excellency particularly.
It has been a very wonderful program here, and we watched. If you watch us live on Soul
we
TV.
expect responsible citizens of this state, particularly government officials, to be here, to be part of this budget presentation and defense. So those who don't attend this program surely are at default. So subsequently, we are taking record and notes of attendance. And then, if you attended this program today, just as we did in the previous days, make sure you enter your name in the attendance register. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Closing prayer.
Pray for us. Pray for us.
Okay. In the name of the Father, Almighty God, we thank you for a day like this. We thank you for making it difficult for us to be here this afternoon. Father, we thank you for the success of today's event. As we are going, we pray, Father, that you lead us safely to our various destinations. Father, guide and protect us so that tomorrow we are going to have another special and eventful event here. All things and more we ask. In Jesus' name we have prayed. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
That was the closing prayer for the day 3 of the public presentation of the implementation of the 2017 budgets by Ebonyi State Government, which is ongoing ministries and departments by ministries and departments. We say many thanks to you for being part of today's Asada broadcast. We will not forget to say many thanks to the Director General of EBBC, Engineer Timothy Nwashi, who has been standing by us and making sure that we had a hitch-free broadcast. Chief Engineer Chukwu Nonyelu Nwotobo, the leader of the crew, who also doubles as the Acting Director of Engineering Services, Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation. Sunday Ndukwe has been here working assiduously to also make sure that we did a very wonderful job here. NDBC Ogudo Azik Ose, Ifoma Eze, Charity Nwoke, they are all on the A-box. Oji Johnson, Uchenna Obonna, Uchenna Michael Eze, and Ibrahim Okpani, our cameraman. Shimakalu Oji Ihanacho Chiamaka Udogo, as well as Ude Ibrahim. I will say many thanks to you, and of course my colleague Onyebushi Ibo. My name is Emenike Ogalago Onyebushi Ibo. We are coming to the end of the Asad broadcast on today's program.
Wene kene gibo magira yenti sonyera ikamba malitere noka obuko we de maka ine meke mata ihe ni na-egbu oge ọbụla. Abụ m Onyebuchi Igbo kwe ka nne kene gị n'aha ndị ọrụ anyị gara mpụga bụ ebekwa anyị nakwara wetere gị ihe niile wee na-asị gị ka isonyekwara anyị na-aga n'ihu n'ụlọ mgbasa ozi Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation dịka anyị na-enyefezi gị n'aka ndị nọ n'isi ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị na Nkaliki Road, Abakaliki. Abụ m Onyebuchi Igbo wee na-asị ya gaziere gị.
जिंदगी फिर से There is fire in our eyes. All the things we say to each other are just nothing but truthful lies. I got the things that I know you well until you choose to do me so. Now I see, higher than the height of the mountain, deeper than the depth of the ocean, further than the eyes can see. When we talking spirituality, I see wider than the width of the desert, lower than the depth of the ocean, further than the eyes can see. When we talking spirituality, spiritual healing. Open your eyes, spiritual healing. Free your mind from hate, spiritual healing. We never got a chance to make it right. Cause right from the beginning some people don't they fight. They're fighting for the same thing. This is not bright, and brightness only come from when you see the light. Like